Hey, okay. It is on you now, Sharon.
And how is everybody? And we are excited to be here. We are taking the journey together. I am Sharon or Zare, and I'm here with my very handsome husband, Craig or Imar. And we have been taking this journey together for several years now and still enjoying the trip.
Mhm.
So I'm going to start off because we have a fantastic guest with us today. And so I want to jump right in and get us moving. And the very first thing that I want to start with is our belief statement. And our belief statement goes like this: we are going to relate. It doesn't matter what your mother says, your father says, your children, or even what Jesus says, we are going to relate. At Taking the Journey Together, we believe in relating in a balanced manner. Balanced relationships are the ones that are entered into as friends first and lovers second, but has both aspects in each partner. So that is what we believe. We believe in interdependence and making it work,
Making
being
it happen.
hot.
Exactly, exactly. I'm sorry. I'm still slave to this board trying to get things up and running before we go. So it's just a work in progress. Work in progress. So, what are we going to be talking about? We just left five parts on feminine energy. There was so much
Yes.
feminine energy for 5 weeks.
Just all
If
over.
all the guys who were watching, when I got off, I just had to shake myself out. There was just so much feminine energy. I'm telling you, I just felt like I was how can I say it?
In feminine energy.
Okay, that's what I felt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the best way.
And guess what? You
Was that?
were,
I
because I was
was.
just all over the
Oh
place.
my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, I could not. I just could not. You know what I'd say? It helped balance out that sensitive side that us guys have that we keep to ourselves,
Yes.
and
That
made
you
it
hide.
much exactly. It made it much more easier for you to say, "Ooh, I got an ouchie on my thumb." Kiss it.
Exactly. Mwah.
There you go. All right. So, what are we going to be talking about this time?
This time we are going to be talking about the thing that can make or break a relationship.
Make or break a relationship. Well,
Yes.
there's more. There's more than one things that can make or
I
break.
know.
There's the one that are high up on the scale, and some are low up on the scale.
But
Get
this one,
what was it? What?
go ahead. Go ahead. What you were
No, I
saying.
was going to say there's traditionally. I hate to use the word traditionally, but there is from the past more than one,
Hmm.
and one of them I hear that is talked about, and in our own experiences, I guess we could say before we go right in, is sex. They say is a high top issue that
Yes.
can
Make.
make or break a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
Too much or too less? Which one is it?
either.
Either,
Yes.
neither, or
Either.
mo.
Mo.
Mo. Okay.
Yes.
More money, more money, more money.
Or money, 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 money,
Why are you talking about, and why are we talking about money?
money.
I don't understand that. Doesn't money make the world go around?
Uh huh.
Does money make a relationship go around?
Sometimes. Money
Mm.
can also be the root of all evil,
Oh,
according
so
to the
money
OJs.
is yes for the love of money.
Yes.
They kill for your brother for the love. Oh yeah, that was actually a heck of a song, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
It
was.
went a long, long way. So, do we want to give the opportunity to introduce
Well,
ourselves, or do we did?
we just did that.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we will be talking about financial situations
Mm-hmm.
and financial situations as they uh, take place and uh, work their way into relationships. And no matter what kind of relationship you're in, money is also in that relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very, very important for you to um, understand the role money plays and finances play in your relationship.
Wow, someone said good morning. They must be in some part of the world. If it's good morning to you. What part of the country are you in? I've
Or
always
what of the world.
what world they in. I
Yeah.
always wonder with those who connect us from other countries if they could write up there and let us know what country they are from. That would be real nice from that end. So yeah, I got two. Ron, what's his name?
Jamina.
Yes. Okay. We got Ochin Thomas too. I don't know if he's from all part of the world. And then we have Chris Jordan.
Yes.
I remember Chris from before,
And
didn't we?
everybody's saying good morning.
Yeah.
So-
Oh wow. They must be definitely on the other side of the world right now in the morning.
Yes.
Okay, so are we going to bring in
And
our?
Jamie Parker.
I'm sorry, Jamie Parker. From
We-
Jamie Parker.
No,
Hold on.
No.
That's Spider Man.
no, no.
Okay.
Can't be.
Oh,
Can't be.
okay. Okay. Say hello. How are you? Okay.
Yeah.
So are we ready to let our guest
That was Peter Parker.
Peter Parker? Okay, you're right. So we want to do we want to let a guest in, and we're going to keep her out there like Peter Parker?
No, we are going to bring her in. And the reason we're going to bring her in is because she has so much wonderful stuff to add that we do not want you to miss one opportunity to be a part of what she
I
has.
wish I had one of those buttons that would go rah, rah, rah. I'll give a good clap. I'm gonna have to get some of those and what they call expiration number. I forgot what they called from that end. A squawk box. And when she comes in, she'll get her just rouse of applause. And here she is right now. Oh,
Mad Flow.
Mad Flow in the house, as they always
Yes.
say whenever I enter. Hey guys.
wow.
Yes.
We are so glad to see that you're in the house. Definitely. And we know we heard from you. You got about 6,000 houses. That's why she's Mad Flow.
I'm Mad Flow, and I'm gonna let you know I'm not crazy, but I am mad about making a difference for life of others through financial literacy. So that's my tagline, and I'm gonna keep it. Here to just
All
have a little
right.
fun time with Craig and Sharon here, and just share some phenomenal financial information.
Hey, I on that Mad Flow, I want you to give us your rendition, your meaning, your vision, your thought. What does Mad Flow actually mean? Because we gave some we were wrong.
Mad Flow, MAD, mad, and Mad Flow basically stands for, I started this because I started this business and my family is the hardest people to understand and get them to sit down and talk with me. And I was so mad with them until I just called myself Mad Flow, making a difference for life of others. Mad
Mm.
Flow. So that's how I came up with that. And that's been over 13 years ago. They've been calling me Mad Flow since.
Wow.
I love that.
Can you believe that? Isn't that something? Man.
And you know, you
Yes.
can talk to strangers all day long and sit down with them and help them, plan their financial future, and they're listening, pulling all the information in. But when you talk to family, I don't know. It's something about family just will not, come over. And first thing I want to do is help family
Yeah.
and friends.
But it's always known that when it comes to sometimes a specialist knowledge or ability to be able to do something, many times the family will reject you or feel uncomfortable because they remember you when you was a short little snot. And you was smacking them all the time or giving a hard time, and now you act like you could tell me something to do.
Yeah, and that's the gist of it. You're right, 100% right. They still see me as that little police officer. She was a police officer 25 years now. She's gonna tell me how to handle my money.
So it's hard to believe.
Tell me how to handle a gun, maybe, but
But not my money.
Exactly. Hey, you know what you ought to do? You should say, listen, if you're not listening to me, I'm going to lock you up. No, I'm just joking.
I wish I could, but I'm a civilian now, so
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
retired.
I bet
I don't
you
have that power anymore.
I know. She would lock them all up until they
Yeah.
and have a class in jail.
I sure would. That's a great
Look-
idea.
Hey,
you know what?
go ahead.
Going along with that idea,
Mhm.
you could have a class that's like a workshop or something and call it financial incarceration. And so they
Okay.
don't get out until they get the concept.
Well,
That's
you know,
it.
you know,
That's a great idea. I like that.
come to think of it, I would say probably a lot of those who are incarcerated, when they get out, they probably need some financial skills to be
Oh,
able
yeah.
to survive.
Yeah.
I would call that part of real
Rehab.
rehabilitation
Yeah.
from that end.
And
So,
you know what about the ones that's incarcerated? Believe it or not, they
mhm,
get the education in that facility, and a lot of
mhm,
them, believe it or not, come out of prison
mhm,
not with just only a skill, but with the
mhm.
knowledge to basically start a business. So they have access to it too. It's just like in the, those who are not in prison, you have access to it. Are you going to take advantage of it? And some do
Exactly.
take
Yes.
advantage of it, and they do have it. Some prisoners came out as lawyers. Believe it or not,
Mhm.
all the law information they learned, they came out and basically know the law better than the judges or the lawyers.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Jailhouse lawyers is what they call. I
That's
went
it.
to
Jailhouse lawyers.
I went to a church, and the pastor there was a jailhouse lawyer.
Mhm.
And one of the things he did was offer lawyer advice to the urban community that his church was in. He helped a lot of young folks who either were going to go or have to face the what I call the prison industrial system,
Mhm.
or they in turn were coming out and they need that transition from that end. He was a good man. I remember he was a good man. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
So back on the track again. We were back on flowing a direction on finances, and we're
Yes.
now trying to get to close to finances that have to do with awareness from that. And I know when we start talking about this, there's no way Flo is going to get mad about it. There's
Right.
just no way.
Right.
She does not look like an angry black woman. She looks like she's a happy, excited, very intense, and assertive black woman ready to help people to do the right thing, right?
All
And
the time until they don't want to listen to him, then I'm gonna get mad.
Uh-oh.
and
Oh
she looks
no.
so comfortable and confident that you got to listen to her.
Yes, thank you. And there's those that
Oh,
do sit down and listen to me.
what tell us when it comes to relationships, and of course, we talk about balanced relationships, and we believe that balanced relationships, especially based on friendship, is very important for a healthy relationship, especially when it's moving towards both of us trying to come up with a purpose to move forward in life. Do you think that financially wise, it's good for a couple to use that same kind of principle in the relationship at all?
Well, when it comes to, let's look at it this way.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a significant other, and I've seen this before, whoever your significant other is, and what does
Mm-hmm.
significant stand for? You think about it. Sign if I can't, significant other. So in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
basically, in my opinion, both partners should understand money, how it works. They should be financially literate. If both of them aren't,
Mm-hmm.
at least let one of them be financially literate, financially understand
Mm-hmm.
how money works, how to get out there and get their
Mm-hmm.
finances together and everything. They can share that with their
Mm-hmm.
partner. But having a significant other, just think of those words, just the one word, break it down. Sign if
Mm-hmm.
I can't. So if I can't sign for it, I don't need someone who credit is bad. So it all depends on how financially educated each partner is. That's what it breaks
Wow.
down.
Well,
Now,
okay, I'm sorry,
uh,
Sharon.
uh,
No, 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 no,
well,
no.
I,
Go ahead.
I I just wanted to kind of go back a little bit because we're always talking about starting a relationship as friends. And so when you're in a friendship relationship, do you see that as a good point in time to start discussing finances and money management and different things like that to find out where each other stand, or is it just or should that not be a part of that friendship building?
Well, when you look at it this way, this is where I look at it. If you're starting out as friends, and most relationships are going to start out as friends, each partner should have a goal, and you should discuss your goals. You should not only be discussing, your wedding goal or whatever, but you should be discussing your financial goals. What each partner wants 5 years from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. if they plan on being together, they need to set goals. And when they set their goals, they have to make sure that they're actually taking action with their goals. Because you have two partners together and they're on the same page, that's a beautiful music sheet right there. It's a beautiful sheet of music because they're on the same page. They set their goals and they're working towards those goals. And when someone is together for 5 years, let's say those friendship turns into a little deeper, and now they're planning on getting married. And if you have a friend, make sure that friend is someone when you get old, you'll be able to still talk to them. Okay. Don't just let the sexual part be in it. Make sure when you get old, you can sit on the porch and still talk and enjoy life together. Point
You
blank.
mean that you talk about that Cialis moment? It's supposed to be a tub, not a chair. Come on, what happened to the tub? The Cialis moment. I see them all the time. Come on, you're messing things up. No, I'm just joking.
Let's sit and rock and talk about money.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know. I forgot money can get wet, and there's no. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll try Bitcoins.
but they should be setting financial goals. They should have their financial house in order. And when I talk about financial house, they need to make sure that they have 4 segments happening with their financial house. The first segment is going to be the foundation. They have to make sure they have proper protection. And when we talk about proper protection, we're talking about income replacement. And you guys listen to income replacement. If you pass away too soon, what is the income replacement for your family? Anybody heard of life insurance? That's the income replacement. Now, what if you have have an accident, or you lose your job, or you can't go to work for 6 months to a year? What's the income replacement there? Think about something called
You're breaking up a little bit.
short-term. Can you hear me? Short-term disability. Income replacement.
Yeah, you're kind of going in and out.
My volume is going in and out. Okay. Let me see if I can help.
Yep. Your volume and you stop. You're stopping a little bit. So it's a bandwidth. I don't know if you are doing wirelessly or you're hardwired.
No, I got hardwired. Let me see which. It's on Mac.
If Elijah, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
She says exactly. She is green with what you're saying. Hello, Gift. We're glad to see you. You look like you're awake and alert wherever you are. Thank you very much. Ben said hello too at the same time. Hello, Mr. Ben. Hello, everyone, to him too. So let's give you a try again. You were right in the middle. But before you went on, your strategy that you were referring to, I'm piggybacking off of Sharon, which had to do when you're starting in that relationship. Many people think that's the last thing you're thinking about when you're starting a relationship. You are too much trying to see how that physical chemistry connection is making and how we can think about living life ever after and all that stuff. That's the last thing I'm thinking about.
On their mind.
Yeah,
and that is true. That's the last thing on their mind when they're in that friendship stage, but it's going to advance to intimacy. It's going to advance to possibly living together or getting married. Before you actually live with someone or move in with someone, you have to know what their goals are. And you have to have a foundation for their financial house has to be set up. And if y'all can hear me clearly, life insurance is your income replacement if you pass away too soon. If you break a leg and you can't work for 6 months, income replacement there is short-term income. And then you make sure that person also has health insurance. Each person should come into a relationship already have that stuff in place. Health insurance is going to pay the immediate expenses of medical expenses. And then we have to think about one other income replacement is very important. People don't think about long-term care. What if you can't do 2 of the daily living activities, and the 6 living activities you need to be able to do is this. I call it BED, TCT. B stands for bathing yourself. E stands for you can't feed yourself, eating. D stands for dressing, you can't dress yourself. Then there's T, which means transferring in and out of bed. Then there's T, toileting, you're wearing a diaper. Then there's incontinence. You cannot do 2 of those 6 daily activities.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my God. Hold on for a second.
Long-term care.
Hold on, Mad Flow. You're flowing so mad that I'm thinking if I was a young person and was getting into a relationship, I'd go, I'm turning this off right now. That's for them old folks. Who in the heck at the beginning is going to be thinking about me being in bed? I can't give it up. That's so long.
You walk out your door and you have an accident. You walk out your door. You walk out your door and you have an accident. You cannot feed yourself. Someone has to bathe you. You can't take care of yourself. You can't do 2 of the daily living activities. Long-term care is not just for the elderly. If you live long enough, you will need long-term care.
No doubt about it. But as you know, keeping it actually real, besides talking right, the balance here is that many young folks get into a relationship, probably including all of us sitting here right here. We didn't even think about that at the beginning. That wasn't the slightest thing in our mind. And there's nothing much in our community and our families who are actually speaking that when it comes to a relationship, even talking about a healthy relationship, even though we are adding this in because it is important, no doubt about it.
Right.
There's those thought processes like that. What strategies do we do to try to, the word I have written down here on this one, deliberately approach financial decisions? How do we get our young folks to deliberately actually think about this, knowing full well not strategy, but percentage-wise, a vast percentage are not. They're just not.
And you know what? It's sad to say that our young people today are not very interested in learning financial literacy.
Yes.
Talk about finances is very boring. It is. People don't want to know about it. People don't want to deal with it until it comes to the point where they have to. And sometimes they're too old to deal with the fact that, oh, I wish I had this and I wish I had that. But I'm going to tell you my story real quick and why I do this and why I love doing this. When I retired in 2007, I planned my retirement. I planned in 2 years, in 2005, that I was going to leave that police department in 2007. I planned my retirement, but what I failed to do was plan my retirement plan. And what I'm talking about there is this. I had a 457B that I was accumulating money in that for 25 years as a police officer. So when I retired thankfully with a pension, and I had that 457B, which had over 157,000. So I had income coming in. I said, I could just let that stay where it's at. I had my pension coming in. I had my income coming in from my investment properties. And I just let that money sit. But guess what? I touched it. A year later, I took $25,000 out. And when I took that $25,000, I was penalized, which is called the 10% penalty, IRS 10% penalty. I was penalized. I had to pay $2,500 to the IRS because I took it out before 59.5. Then at the end of the year, guess what I had to do again? I had to pay again, whatever my tax bracket was, 25% on that 25,000. So in reality, I didn't lose 25,000. I lost over about 37,000.
Yeah, that's one of those things people are saying that saying the government really needs to rethink that again.
Right. I told myself going to invest at 25 and I lost 25.
You know what's up?
I kept touching that money. I kept touching it until that 157,000 within 3 years was gone. It was gone. But if I knew what I know now, being financially educated, I could have taken that 157,000, rolled it over into another qualified plan, which is an IRA. And from that IRA, I could have opened up an annuity. And today, 15 years later, I could be utilizing that money as lifetime income. But how much do you think that money would have accumulated to at 8 to 10% interest growing for last 15 years?
You tell us. It's a trick question. You know the answer.
$650,000. So I didn't lose 157,000. I lost the potential of that 157 accumulating to over $650,000. So I lost out tremendously. And this is why I do this, because I want to teach people what they can do with their money, how they can basically learn to make their money work hard for them. They work hard every
You're breaking up again.
They work
hard. You're breaking up again. So let me ask you something. Hey, you're breaking up Mad Flo. You're gone, Mad Flo.
Oh,
She's
no.
madly went. She Flo gone. You hold on. You still there? There she is.
I'm
So
still
listen.
here.
Let's ask you something. I'm gonna let you breathe for a little bit because you could tell she could go with
Oh,
this
yes.
night and day. I bet you when she sleeps, she's still speaking. He gets up out of bed. I'm not going back to bed. She just will not be quiet. Anyway,
Either that, or he's saying, "Let me see how much money she just made us."
probably that too. So what would you have done with the? I'm not saying you don't have it now, but what would you have done with the $600,000 right now?
Oh,
What would
right
you have
now
done with
I
it?
could have that as lifetime income, which means I can convert that to lifetime income, and I would probably make 8% of that 600,000. So if you got a calculator, just take and calculate 8% of 600,000, and that would be an
Mhm.
annual income that I could have coming in for the rest of my life. If I run out of the money while I'm still living, they still have to pay me. So if I run out
Exactly.
at 600,000 at age 85, no more money there, they still have to pay me a monthly payment every month until I close my eyes and die. It's like a private pension because that's how a pension works. So when you're fortunate enough to work with a company that offers a
Mhm.
pension, they pay you for life. And
Isn't
annuity works the same. It pays you
it,
for life if you choose
isn't
that
it
option.
isn't it something that most people who have been rich have used this very method to be able to not only in turn live themselves with a annual or a monthly income, but they pass all the legacy to the family members to start
Right,
picking
right,
up that same funds, and it becomes almost like a bank that you could borrow. But see, even on that stuff you're talking about, most young folks like, I don't want to hear it. I didn't want to think about it whatsoever. So we have to first start them sometimes, you know what they say, so that they can, like little babies, be able to walk.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
And,
see,
and
they do. Hold on,
uh,
So I want to give an idea because we were talking to her before about how we want to mix this together, at the same time. So we don't we want to give them some exciting small little baby steps, things that they can do that have to do with finances to get you comfortable with finances, to get you not
uh-huh.
feeling that finances are evil, but they're just part of life. Period. So here's a strategy we came up with, which is money dates. It's just right now. We're starting right now. Just giving you a little idea before we go on a commercial. Money dates. What's a money date, Sharon? You put that down.
a money date is where you set aside a specific time or an amount of time each month to review your finances, discuss your goals, and to make plans. So a money date is, how you go on a date and you go out to eat or you go out and do this. A money date focus is money, how you are going to secure your finances for the future, long term or short term.
And the key thing here is it's going to be fun. Now, I'm going to say this right now, and you ladies will either agree with me or not. Money usually, especially in our community, our Black community, is usually that woman thing. Use that woman thing. Okay. She usually somehow is still thinking, coming from her mom, that we got to deal with money one way or the other. So it's not so foreign, it's not so boring, but it's still, they figure it got to be done. Most guys are like, nah, I don't want to hear it all. So I noticed that even when Sharon was reading the money date, her face was straight as could be. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go on a date with her, money or not. She wasn't smiling about it. She was just as serious as Flo when she was. We got to understand that in the relationship, it's got to be fun. It's got to be
Yeah.
enjoyable. If I'm going to be with you a long time, I don't want to feel drugged down with nothing to do with numbers and ones and zeros. So the money date is also a date.
Yes.
So I don't want to sit here and have you take me someplace nice. Take me someplace beyond McDonald's at the beginning. But anyway, take me someplace nice.
What's wrong with McDonald's?
And then you sit down and then you talk about money. It could be nice. It could be a nice quiet place. You know what I'm saying? You could maybe sit like on River Street down in Savannah, Georgia, the nice River Street place down there, or picnic, someplace that is fun, and you set it together as a money date. Just an idea to think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you go on that date, you also have to do this. You're in a serious note because you are working with your finances. You have to, basically list all of your monthly expenses. You have to make sure you get that down. Your monthly expenses, your liabilities, all of your credits that you have, any assets that you have. So all of that has to be, and in my opinion, when you go on a money date, and I love that idea, make sure you have a form that you can use on a regular basis. And we have a form called personal financial strategy. So if each one, if anyone talks to me now, I can get that to you. And they would just
So you broke up when you start talking that, and all the guys were like, "Good, I didn't want to hear that when she did work. I didn't want to think about your work." So I just want to say for the ladies who were listening, and that you was talking about, and who would say, "Yes, I'm going to bring a pencil, paper, and a pad when I come there." Don't forget the sandwich. Don't forget a beer. Don't forget some wine. I mean, don't forget those things too, so we can feel comfortable.
Some candles.
We're act like we're listening to you. I swear we will. Okay, just don't put us behind a basketball court. But we're listening to you. So all that stuff you talked about, the budget, you talked about, making sure all of the bills that are there that you paid, all that stuff. Ladies, if you're the one who's running the money, take that, but don't forget you want to make it fun. If you make it fun, he's going to pay more attention to it. He really is. Now, guys, if you happen to be in the money being accounting and you got a lady like that, well, then, hey, it's going to be a fun day. Both of you guys are going to enjoy yourself talking about where the decimal point should be here, talking about how many zeros will be over here, talking about how the percentage. I mean, you guys will enjoy yourself, and good God, go ahead and do that. I say that's all right.
You sound like you've done that a time or two.
No, I try not to. But anyway.
Sounds like you have. You know what you're talking about sounds like it. It sounds it sounds like he is the one that actually is the money guru in the relationship. He one that handles all the money, and he knows it.
He is, and he knows how to do it. He does it well. He does it to the point that I don't have to think about it. Can I do it? I can, but do I want to do it? Not when I have him who does it so well.
But we're gonna change that, because there are some fun things and strategies that we can do in relationships to make it fun when it comes to financials, because it is so serious. It is so serious. We also have to make it fun to then make it work. You remember the old saying when it comes to work, and you want to work and you want to feel comfortable working? Remember what this old saying was? Whistle while you work. Don't you remember that?
Yes.
So when work was hard, work was uncomfortable, you whistle. Some people will listen to music while they're having to do hard work at the same time.
Yes.
Okay. So we got to understand our relationship takes work. Our relationship is not about, riding over the what is it? Riding off into the sunset. There's work in the relationship. But at the same time, you want to also keep it fun, especially when we're talking about stuff that's serious like this. You got to be able to do it. Now, I'm just only talking real quickly because we got to go to a commercial. So after the commercial, we will get back. So everybody stay tuned. We got 21 people, if not more, who are friendly. We got 500 some people who are in the background watching what we're doing. So we will be right back.
Flo has a lot more to share.
She does. She's already writing down a whole bunch of stuff. I know she does. Here we go.
Hi. I'm Katie Brewington, and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, from Magistrate.
Transformative, that's what Sonia Jackson is. Creative, that's what Sonia Jackson is. Compassionate, that's what Sonia Jackson is. Leadership, that's what Sonia Jackson demonstrates. Dedicated, that's what Sonia Jackson is. In Chatham County, there's never been a tax commissioner like Sonia Jackson. She has made the office more accessible, more consistent, more convenient, and more service-friendly. Let's keep Sonia Jackson while she takes the tax commissioner's office to new heights. On May 21st, cast your vote for a great public servant. Vote Sonia Jackson for tax commissioner.
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
that was our commercial for our wow.
Yes, we have wow date nights, and wow, are they exciting? We have so much fun at them, and it's an opportunity for um, couples to learn so much more about each other and themselves and where they stand in relationship. But wow, which stands for waves of the water, is taking it to the water, the big water, the ocean, a cruise to the Bahamas. The the week of Thanksgiving, we are cruising to the Bahamas where we're going to have a hot workshop on our waves of the water. Um, well, it's not a date night, but it's going to be a workshop for real.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we want you to make sure that you get a chance to come to this. In fact, we are actually giving away one couple cabin, excuse me, for this special
Yes.
occasion we've been working on. So we don't know who that's going to be, but you got almost maybe a month or so to be able to at least pay your first $250 down, and then our travel agent will help you out on where you want as your particular cabin, and one of you are going to probably get a free trip there.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. We're excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 4-day cruise. We leave on Saturday. So we're at sea on Sunday. Monday, we're at the Bahamas. Tuesday, we're at Princess Cay. Wednesday, we're at sea. And Thursday, which is Thanksgiving Day, we come back just in time to have that wonderful Thanksgiving Day with family, or extend that one-on-one.
Exactly.
Yes, and it leaves out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Right, understood. I didn't know that ships going on cruises were right up the street, only about 2 hours
2
away.
hours away.
Isn't
I
that
did not
something?
know it either.
You know, last time we took a ship trip, we had to go way down almost to Miami.
We had to go to Miami.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So you'll be learning about the HOT principle. So you enjoy yourself. One thing is for sure, you're going to enjoy yourself on that
Yes.
couples relationship journey together. Isn't that something?
So
I'm so excited about
some
it.
of those days and some of those
Mhm.
evenings, we will have an opportunity for us all to come together
Mhm.
and get to know each other, and we will do activities and things like that to just bring you closer and build more. And what better place to do it than on the sea, because that is something that is grounding, first of all.
Mhm.
And when you have grounding, you also bring yourselves together and solidify that relationship.
So tell us real quickly before we move on and bring our lovely lady in the back, is already can see she's like, I'm mad. I got more information. I got to let go. Stop all this other riffraff.
Yeah, let's get to the real stuff.
Sharon, I want you to give them information of where they could reach us, and we can give them more information outside of the fact that hopefully they would have used. Let me put this up again real quickly. The what code down there?
The QR code.
Yep, you can always put your TV or your radio or your phone.
Your radio.
Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But put your phone right up there and take that QR code off of there and get some more information. Or where can they go, Sharon, and get some information?
Well, they can also go to takingthejourney
Mm-hmm.
at gmail.com, or they can also find us at takingthejourney-together.com. On Facebook, you can find us at TTJ Together, and on Instagram, we are Taking the J Together.
Exactly. You can also get us on our radio program. Is that showing it down below too?
Not yet, but you can talk to us or hear us on Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m. On WRUU.org. And you can go to rebrand.ly/TTJT-WRUU if you want to catch up on some of our past shows.
Exactly. Let's bring her back in. Go over here. There she is,
Mad
patiently.
Flo is back.
She is back. She is back. She got a phone
We can't
muted
hear
right
you.
now. She got a phone muted.
Can't hear you.
All right, I'm here. Hey, I want to
Yeah.
share something with you guys because
Yes.
we're talking about date night, making it fun.
Yes.
Board games are an excellent way to learn about money. And one of the ones we have is called, this girl was on one of our shows, Ashley Clark. Sense to Sense is a great way for young children to learn about money.
Oh.
Another board game for young children is this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Cash Flow. Get out of the rat race from 14 plus. And then you have the adult action for what the rich teach their kids about money.
Mm-hmm.
So another way to have fun is to, hey, have a group of your friends and your children come together. Children in one room having the board game, learn about money. The adults in another room playing the same game for adults.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fun way to have to learn about money as well as going.
Yeah, I was. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, but I'm saying as well as, hooking up to connecting to workshops, because we do have financial workshops Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m. virtually on Zoom. And you just conveniently just pre-register for the workshop. There's 6 workshops. No charge for the workshops.
And I was going to ask you, since you just led right into that, where can we be able to find you and get some more information from that end? I wish I would have known ahead of time. I could have put something on a scroll behind. But anyway, tell us where can we? And plus, I hear you have some kind of workshop coming up pretty soon in the local area. Am I correct?
Yeah, we have one. We do one in Hinesville once a month. The next one is May 28th, 6:30 at Performing Arts, Liberty County Performing Arts. It's at 6:30. That address is 2140 East Oglethorpe Highway in Hinesville. So we're doing the workshop number 2, and we do them every month there. And we also do them local here in Savannah, Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. and Wednesday night at 6 p.m. The address there is 48 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite 203. So if you go, just tell them Mad Flo invited you. So 10 o'clock on Saturday, 6 p.m. on Wednesday. So we have them local. And then, of course, if anyone wants to contact me, they can. My number is 912-272-2300. Or you can email me at madflowtf@gmail.com. And I'll be more than happy to travel and teach the same workshops in the privacy of your home, at churches, libraries, anywhere you want me. I can do the workshops as well, because I am one of the certified teachers as well, instructors.
All right.
That number again?
Yes, please do. I was trying to get Sharon to get our numbers too again. Can you please write that? Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it again, please.
912-272-2300. Email madflow, Tom Foxtrot, TF, @gmail.com.
Is there a cost involved with your classes, your courses?
No, we're on a mission to financially educate 30 million families by 2030. So we do this for no cost. Well, I'm going to change that. The only thing they would pay for is the material, which is 2 books. One is a guidebook with financial information, and the other one is the workbook. And both of those are $10. There's $5 each. So you only pay for the workbook and the Saving Your Future guidebook, financial guidebook. But the workshops, there's no charge for that. So you don't need to have the workbook if you don't want to, but we'd love you to have the workbook and the financial guidebook as well.
Okay. Well, you know what? We are really looking at sometime in the future where your workshop and our workshop will actually come together, and we will do one both together.
That would be
Hey,
wonderful.
look at that. You will do the nuts and the bolts, and we will do that fun part to
Fun
get
part.
people to dance, to feel like when it comes to money, especially the guys, you don't have to be scared of it. And the women who do the finances, which are a lot in the relationships, they don't have to feel like this is just a burden. I'm just uncomfortable. It's one of those necessary evils. You might come out of there and you'll look just as smiling as Flo is. Can you see her? Look at how pretty smile she
I
has.
know.
You'll come out just as smiling and going, I'm so glad. And if we do it on a cruise, oh my goodness, how lovely that will be. We might find a good cruise, or we might do it at a nice hotel, some place that's going to be nice surrounding around you, but you're going to get some good information to help you out. There's just no doubt about it. The need for us financially to be aware and be balanced in a relationship is so important,
Yes, it
especially
is.
with the economy it's going now, and to try to get involved and how can I say comfortable with it while you're young is so important. I mean, it's very so important. I know when I was younger, I had a chance to get involved with getting one of those kind of insurances that I should have got. Then in the long run, by the time I got this age, it would have did me good. But the vision and the thought of that far away, I was too busy concerned about the now, maybe a month, maybe something like that, a little bit longer. And then when I got kids, I got involved with that. There was no thought about finances in that long run. I barely thought about, man, I got to keep this checkbook.
Yeah.
I got to keep from making sure that I don't have a negative balance, because I'm going to figure how is Peter going to pay John and then Paul and maybe Floozy that comes. No, it's going to somebody else. I watch my money. So
it's something.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
But there's something I always tell people, because we don't get financial educated by our family. It's not in the school system, so our parents can't teach it to us, because basically you can't teach what you don't know. So if you are not, and I'm talking about the parents, if you are not financially educated, how can you teach your children? You know, you're limited on what you can teach your children. So if you get the knowledge, you have basically generational wealth, because you can pass that knowledge on from family to family to family. So if the parents get financially educated, teach their children what they know, and that's as simple as that.
You know, on that note, we have another strategy, I think, that goes right along with that too. We have many strategies that we'll be talking about once we get together, and you guys get a chance to come to our actual workshops where we work together. So and this is teasers right now. Sharon, why don't you talk about one of them? Go ahead.
Okay. Another one is one that I've used to a certain extent. This is use different colored cash envelopes. Well, I have done this, but I've used different envelopes. So here's an envelope where I'm going to put $25 in this month, and this one for the cruise. This one I'm going to put $10 in because I want to go to a professional basketball game. And so we're putting this money aside so that we can do things in the future. Forget that we are going to have a day that we need just to get away for the weekend. So this is our weekend getaway envelope. And I didn't have different color envelopes when I did it, but what I did have was different color markers. And so I would write, I didn't even think about it until I got to this. I would write on the envelope, weekend getaway in blue. And then on the other one, it's, basketball game in red, and so it was there, and those envelopes were there just for what they were there for. And what I would do is I would seal them. I would put the money in it, and then I would seal it. And when it was time to put more money in it, because I was only using Scotch tape, I would open it up, put the money in, seal it again, because if it's sealed, you can't go to it real quick and get the money out of it. So that was just my little thing to keep me out of.
So these kind of fun things, you could also get your kids involved. She showed us some sophisticated games, nothing wrong with it, but these simple ones that could be fun, you could get your kids involved, as small as can be, and they would probably love it if you let them color the envelope themselves. Okay, and let them try to practice their writing. I hear cursive is no good these days. It's never going to be.
They stopped cursive writing in school. I don't understand that.
I don't either. And you know what else you could do with
What's
that?
that?
You could teach them that everything they want is not given to them.
Mm.
You have to save up for that doll you want. You have to save up for that baseball bat that you want, or whatever it is. And here's your envelope, and this is where you're going to put a certain amount of your allowance in.
Mhm.
A certain amount you can keep and do what you want to with it, or you can put all of it in there. It's up to you and how fast you want to get it. So that
And teach
teaches
them the difference between need and want. They need
Exactly.
What's the difference between need? Do I really need this, or
Mhm.
do I want this? So they need to know that
Exactly.
difference as well.
And
That makes a big difference.
in that way also it shows you in the relationship, because money is that tool that's allowing you to be able to get something, need or want. It also lets you know in the relationship that's how it is in your communication.
Yes.
Your communication in a long-term relationship, a balanced relationship, has to be in such a way where there's a give and a take. And you have to be able to put your time and your energy in it. And many times, especially long-term balanced relationship, you can't do it with that microwave generation.
No.
I just want it right now. I don't want to save it. I don't want to earn it. I write it right now. You see, I've got my baby voice on.
I got you. But you know something else
What's that?
with the colored cash envelopes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to connect the dots here.
Mm-hmm.
You can also bring out those colored cash envelopes for your money date night and use that as an opportunity to say, this is where we are this is how close we are to getting to that, to taking that cruise. This is how close we are to going to a basketball game next season.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is that you're going for, pull it out on the money date night and have that as a time when you, either put the money in or you talk about how close you are and continue working on those goals.
Exactly. We have hundreds of other additional strategies or fun things that you can do in your relationship in connection to money. That was just a sample of that. I'm sure by now you're probably thinking to yourself, I would love to be able to hear the other ones, and at the same time being able to hear what MadFlow has to say to put the what is it? Put it where the goats can get it in this case, and you put it together. You will feel better coming out of one of our workshops that we'll do with Flow. And I will bet you'll say to yourself, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Money no longer is running me. I'm running the money. I'm making it so that it's not as serious as I used to think it, but I'm the one that's greater in the control of that particular end when it comes to my financial end.
That's the key.
We are looking at calling that whole thing. This is the first time she's going to hear this whole kind of workshop. We want to call it SAVE. That's what we want to call it, SAVE. And it stands for Strategically Aligning Visionary Economics. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Strategically Aligning Visionary Economics. It's a way that is a holistic financial approach to couples aiming to align their monetary practices with with a shared vision and a long-term objective. So if you're interested, if it's something that you're thinking about, you're interested in, please get a hold of her, or you can get a hold of us. We got a telephone number here. What's the number?
912-421-8862.
We love to be part of it.
One more time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
912-421-8862.
Okay. Well, this is part one of our economics, in this case, financial order. This is not going to be the last one. You think we might be able to catch you sometime again, Mrs. MadFlow, or you'll be on the side of the world doing something else?
I'll probably be on the other side of the world, but I can log in from there too. Just let me know the date, and I'll clear my calendar.
We would definitely love to make this happen again. It looks like it was fun this time. I can tell people enjoyed it too at the same time. We'll see a couple more people that someone says hello. They must be from, I don't know where they're from. The name means they must be from Africa. Maybe. I think that's where they're coming from. And it's all right. I think that's where they're coming from. I always say that our motherland country called Africa is going to be the place that is going to be put first and maybe lead us a lot when it comes to how we should live and how we should relate with one another. That's one thing for sure. I really believe that. So anything else you want to say, Mad Flo, before we stop the program?
No, I just want to say, okay, I'm gonna let you know that my studio is available if you want to do a small group workshop. So my studio, we have a 65-inch smart TV that we just hook up and hook the computer up to it and go from there. So it's available for a small group, and we can just have a good time there as well. And my studio is right next to my home.
I think she's talking to us.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
I'm talking to Sharon, and I thought I was talking to Craig. But I'm just saying, if you need a location to do a small group workshop,
I love it.
That's
I just was like, I'm like, she's saying this right now. Why we're still on air? I love it. I love she does that.
Yes.
I really did. Because
Thank you for that.
Exactly. We get ready to go off, and I was going to actually have you just hold so we can talk about that, but you gave away the secret already. You were so excited. You couldn't help it. That's all right. She's mad Flo.
Exactly.
She's got that mad flow.
And it's good to know that you're mad about us carrying on with this.
Exactly.
I love it. Love it. Great show.
All right. Well, I want to say, everybody, have a good evening. Ashe, amen. And take
continue,
that. Well, go ahead.
Continue to take the journey together.
Exactly.
like that.